Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another match here at Heroes Lounge EU. My name is Reeves, and I'm going to be your host tonight, and I'm joined again by Erin. How are you today?
Hello. I'm very good today. Excited to be with you again. This is third time in a row. It's going to be a trend nowadays.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked by a message that I need to go and sort out really quickly. But just to kind of give a quick heads up that this match is a Division 2 match between Derrota Gaming. I believe they're newcomers to Lounge, and also they're against the Brown Horse Gang, which are obviously well-known Lounge team from Season 7, winning the cup, ending up in Division 2 this time round, playing, with you could say the top tiers if they do get into the championships. I'm sure that's what they'll be aiming for this season. Right. Just whilst we kind of wait for the teams to get in, we might need to actually find a whole team. We're missing a whole team at the moment, Erin.
Yes, I'm trying to find where the team is.
Let's see. Right, let me sort out the thing that I need to edit quickly.
Yes, and I'm just going to message the team and ask them to join us. I'm telling them that we're missing 5 members, and I'm offering AI for Brown Horse Gang.
Okay.
I'll take it. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so we've got some people filtering in. So whilst we're waiting for all that to happen, let's go over to the map bans and coin toss, Erin.
Yes. So Derrota Gaming was the team that won the coin cost, and they banned Infernal Shrines. Brown Horse Gang banged Guy Temple, and then we were taken to Cursed Hollow.
Wow. All right.
Yes, I'm looking at a sheet of paper, but my writing is terrible. Why the hell did I write this in such small writing? I stressed myself out.
Yeah, interesting pick there, Cursed Hollow. I guess, Infernal Shrines is a pretty interesting ban as well. But, there you go. First map, Cursed Hollow. And it looks like both teams are ready. You need to give us the hammer thingy before we go.
Oh, yes. I'll
And
make
then-
sure that we are referees, and then I need to make sure the captains are correct as well. That looks good. Amos looks good. Yes.
Right.
And we will start the game. So what are you expecting from Brown Horse Gang, Reeves?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly, at this stage, don't know because this is actually their first match of the season. Their round 1 match. This is the round 2 match, by the way, everybody, obviously, because we have switched over from Sunday now, so we're into round 3. Things really flying by here in season 8. Round 3 already. Kind of almost 30% through the season. Brown Horse Gang, their first round match was actually a forfeit because apparently the enemy team wasn't aware they had. I might get this wrong, but as far as I remember, they forgot that they had actually signed up or the season had started or something to that extent, so they couldn't actually field the full team. And I think later on they actually pulled out. So I'm not totally sure of what the story was because I kind of keep an eye on Brown Horse Gang. They are my mentor team, and in all the the other things that they have gotten, they also had me as well last season, which is you could argue whether or not that was helpful or not, or hindrance. But yeah, so this is their first season, first game of season 8, and coming out here banning Abathur and Garrosh, which is a very standard thing for Brown Horse Gang. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play Garrosh against them because it's just permabanned.
I remember when I came across them last season in the Cup. I do not play Garrosh, and they still banned Garrosh against me. Now we see Maiev being picked up by Brown Horse Gang, which is a very strong hero and quite highly prioritized, but did get through the ban phase because of the Diablo, Hanzo, Abathur, and Garrosh ban, which are 4 heroes who are quite strong on this map, though Diablo could be questionable a little bit. Mal'Ganis is picked up on the side of Derrota Gaming with Tahaka. First 3 picks are very, very strong heroes, so I'm really excited to see what Brown Horse Gang pick up here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mal'Ganis, I don't know. I've been casting with Larkin a little bit this season. He just doesn't like the hero, but I've seen, there's some crazy stuff that you can do. So, and obviously the hacker on this map, it is the map of, you want your global, you want your wave clear, you want your camp clear, boss control. And so, they've got a good tank, and they've got a really good offlaner. So, Blaze coming in here for Brown Horse Gang.
And into Rond as well. These are two very strong heroes as well. Immediately, Blaze in the solo lane is a very strong hero, and Rond is one of the most highly prioritized supports. An interesting ban on the side of Derrota Gaming, Tyrael, which makes me question, are they going for some Jaina blow-up comp, perhaps, and they want to negate the Sanct? That's what I'm suspecting, but, what do I know? We'll see what they pick up. I'm actually pretty looking forward to it. I swear, if it is Jaina, I'm pretty proud of myself.
You're trying to do some prediction. You're going to be that predictor. I can't remember. What is that? What's the name I'm looking for? Oh, clairvoyant? No, not quite. With your predictions going through these matches, if you do see one, that would be absolutely amazing. But I guess with the current setup that Brown Horse Gang has, very, very. It does look very, very reminiscent of Season 7. The Maiev, the Derrota, and the Blaze pickup. The Haka is actually a pretty nice pickup against Brown Horse Gang. I know Chris plays that. Oh, Jaina's taken away, actually.
Absolute goss. What? Jaina's picked up on the side of Brown Horse Gang instead. Feels bad. I would have liked to see it picked up on the side of Derrota Gaming instead of the Phoenix. I would have maybe prioritized the Jaina there, since just in terms of drafting, that's what they probably needed. But instead, they pick up the Ming as their mage. Very strong drafts on both sides of the team. So basically, all meta heroes, from what I can see.
Yeah.
Malfurion and Muradin are the two heroes that are questionable in terms of the meta, but everything else is pro gaming meta, from what I understand. So this will be an interesting match in Division 2.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to kind of the team coordination synergy, and we know obviously Brown Horse Gang have tons of that from what they had last season. They made some minor changes to their roster, picking up a few in roster subs, and also I think that's pretty much it, really. So they're pretty much the same kind of main bunch of people. So if they carry on, and I know, again, kind of from following them, in the off-season, they have been really busy kind of, perfecting their craft and carrying on, trying to kind of carry that momentum that they had last season. So this should be, a good first test for them. Life in Division 2 could be vastly different from Division 3 that they were in last season, but obviously, some changes with the way our teams are kind of line up this season.
Yes, Brown Horse Gang is the team that I run into quite often in Team League, just with friends and stuff.
Wolfie's listening on the stream. No, you know you were more than a sub, Wolfie.
You're allowed to play once, even. Because your team's nice to you.
Yeah.
Alright, it looks like the game is starting now. So I will take you to the start of the game in Division 2 of Derrota Gaming versus Brown Horse Gang. On the side of the blue, we have Sephirim on the Haka, Izijan on Li Ming, Yabor on Mal'Ganis, Gundislav on Phoenix, and Kaylee on Malfurion.
And once I get my hotkeys right, on the right-hand side, Brown Horse Gang for the first time in Season 8. And on the stream currently, we have really, to me, very familiar names. Chucky on Muradin, Wolfie playing Jaina, actually. So it's going to be Aimless on the Maiev, Incuspor playing Tyrande, and it's obviously Chris in the off-lane on Blaze.
Alright, yo. Now, it looks like, Muradin and Jaina posturing in a bush, hoping to see a Phoenix maybe rotate or to hack it into the top lane. Very well positioned, but the Phoenix did feel a little uncomfortable and did use his laser to scout out the bushes. I love the initial kind of scouting, testing out the water to see where everyone is. Look at the Dahaka. He just knows something is up.
He's burrowing past. He knows they're there.
Oh my days, what a great play, man side Dahaka. But oh my god, look at this patience. Okay, we have to stay quiet. Hopefully they won't hear us.
Does he know?
Does he? Do they?
Well, he burrowed, so he must. They're still missing, and obviously the XP bars are pretty even, so he must know somebody's there. There you go.
He committed to getting the close. He could be in a little bit of trouble, but Dahaka dodges both the Tyrant stun and the Murden stun, but Dahaka gets the tongue of Murden instead. Oh my god. And a playful spray. That is a well-deserved spray. Well played. Well played by Dahaka.
Yes. Oh, kind of sensing something was up there. Didn't smell right. And, you know, the burrow at the perfect time just to dodge all that CC to prevent his death. And so, yeah, no early shenanigans there. My Brown Horse gang, absolutely love it. Right, here we go. So on cue, both teams have gone straight for their camps. Should be seeing them kind of later rotate on to take their bruiser camps as well. All things considered. First curse is actually in the top lane, neutral position. So it actually favors Brown Horse gang, which is why they have actually opted to delay their cap. That's cheeky but risky because they can obviously get stolen. So just need to be aware of that, basically.
The hacker burrow is something that they need to be wary of, because if they just sniff it out or feel like my Ev was gone a little too long, it doesn't take that long to take that booster camp, the hacker could feel, you know what, I'm going to burrow in, and I just have a feeling that they did take that camp and just in cap it.
Yeah. So risky plays, but you know, if you take no risk, no reward, and they want to kind of keep that, you know, for this objective. And the thing is, but Dahaka is not actually in the bottom; it's Mal'Ganis. So you know, actually, he's getting caught this time.
Yes, Dahaka looks like he's in a bit of trouble again, but I don't think he's going to get away because the stuns were perfectly timed, one after the other, and they managed to CC chain Dahaka and keep him in his place and burst him down. No spray this time for Dahaka.
Yeah, this time Brown Horse getting a little bit more patient. They've kind of, realized that Seraphim is by no means an easy cookie to cut and decided to... Oh, he's got burrow straight back in the back line against the two. There's a nice route onto Inksport on that Tyrande. She's running away from the 3. Chucky's really low as well for some reason. Oh, that is 34 hit points.
Great poke by Li Ming, and she manages to burst down Murden and the Tron, so they are not able to go back into the fight. Ming is frontlining because she's like, you better be scared of me. Phoenix is capping the tribute, but Murden does stop the channel. From what I can see, Brown Horse Gang are going to step away and let them get the channel. And the first tribute goes over to Derrota Gaming.
Oh, that was a really well played cap there. For a moment, I thought that Brown Horse Gang would have that, and it was going to be actually Derrota Gaming giving that up, given that they have to deal with the siege giants in the bottom lane. Dahaka used the burrow to get in onto that top tribute, so he doesn't have it up. So it does mean that Phoenix is going to have to walk down there, and that means lost experience as Blaze is already in that lane. Mal'Ganis will clear this up. They should be able to they might actually even get a tower from this, so not too bad.
Aggressive rotation on the side of Derrota Gaming, as they actually caught Maiev in the mid rotation and forced Maiev to hearth back, and similarly in the bottom lane they forced Blaze to hearth back as well because of the half HP. Now, the next tribute is actually on the side of Derrota Gaming, and they're about to get level 7, so they're in the same talent tier. So I wonder, will Brown Horse Gang contest this? It is on the side. I would completely understand if they decide to give it up, but it looks like they will not. Maiev is going to stop Mal'Ganis' rotation, doing everything she can to stop the main tank from rotating. And it looks like this is going to be picked up by Brown Horse Gang pretty easily.
Yeah, just taking a little bit of time on that camp, and everyone seeming not really interested on the side of Derrota Gaming. I kind of don't blame them, although Aimless is in a little bit trouble here. Don't know whether he's got his blink up. Oh, it does actually get finished off, but they do on the top lane get the Dahaka for the second time this map.
I was watching the Dahaka. I think that pleb spray really ticked off Brown Horse Gaming, and they're like, we're gonna kill you twice now in the solo lane. They really don't seem to like that Dahaka. But well played by both sides. There was a gank in mid lane and a gank in top lane, and they got value in both. But Malfurion might need to watch out, because there seems to be a rotation by Brown Horse Gang, but instead of actually ganking the Malfurion, they're going for a boss call, which is a great call before the next tribute spawn.
Yeah.
The tribute is in the bot lane, so if Derrota Gaming commit to contesting this boss,
they know. Because of Tyrande's owl has gone out.
Owl, yeah.
Yeah, it has given their position away, and the boss is not finished yet. It's a 5-man, no 10s, so it's completely even Stevens here. As every single person is standing, trying to get the cap. Chucky dropping very low on the blaze. Oh, actually, sorry, it's not. It was actually Muradin who falls. But that's 2 for 1. Aimless trying to kind of secure that boss, and they do. So very risky play, but paying off there with a 1 for 3 trade in favor of Brown Horse Gang, and they get the boss as well. So that's they might actually might not be done yet, as that's a really nice spot of the Wardens from Aimless to dodge the missiles. But yeah, had enough of that. Not going to chase that Leeming anymore.
There was some great play there by Tyrande on that point, because Maiev was standing on that point, and by goodness, she only had 100 health the whole time constantly, and was constantly being poked down because she was the only one standing on that boss point. But Tyrande's level 7 talent, Elun's Chosen, was able to keep her alive just long enough to be able to kill Mal'Ganis and get him off that point. So well played by Tyrande in that team fight.
Yeah, it's kind of testament to how Brown Horse Gang play. They have really, they trust each other so well to kind of just, stand there and just take the hits and get kept alive. And
trust your support.
Exactly, trust your support. Very important.
Don't do that, boys and girls at home. Don't do that.
All right then. So, 10s are here now. So, well, actually, 10s have been here for half a level, and we still don't, just see all the picks coming on the side of Derrota Gaming. We've got Wave of Force, we've got Isolation, we've got Carrion Swarm, Purification Salva, and Malfurion just holding back his, to see what they need, as Curse Point for Brown Horse Gang coming up in the top.
Yes. My F cage with the ring is going to be so juicy. I'm just so looking forward to it. Shadow Stalk being picking up instead of the slow. We're just seeing an engage here by Mal'Ganis, but I think he was just scouting the bushes. He's going in face checking a bush with 5 Brown Horse Gang members, but they don't seem to be that interested into him.
Yeah.
It looks like an engage is starting, or is there posturing around? Dahaka tries to hit a silence, but I don't think he hits anyone.
Yeah, Chucky in trouble though. Gets the there we go. Gets the avatar off, but does get finished off by a Leeming orb. Bunker is out. Nobody's getting it at the moment. Chris is really low, trying to walk away. Does get finished off there. So Wolfie probably going to get caught. Oh, gets pushed away. So he survives. Okay, so there's no curse involved here, but that was a really good win for Derrota Gaming. They take a slight, well, actually I say slight, and now they're actually even. So they made up the loss of experience with those 3 kills, and yeah, the kind of usual coordination from Brown Horse Gang just kind of wasn't there. And you said Mal'Ganis was by himself for quite a long time. They could have, tried to get the engage in there. And that was actually with an isolation miss as well. So
yes, isolation was missed by Dahaka, so I did think it looked unfavourable to Brown Horse Gang, because they did get the ring off. Muradin is scouting the bush for the boss. Phoenix.
Did he see Muradin?
Some sixth sense feelings here going on. Muradin jumps in. He tries to follow up on the Phoenix, but unfortunately cannot. What is this with these feelings that these teams have about where the team is and in what bush they are? If I was a tank, I'd just be walking in through that bush. I wouldn't even look twice.
Yeah, okay, here we go again. Aimless going in there. Here comes a sleep from Yabura and that Mal'Ganis. I've got the backline Seraphim onto... it looks like Maiev managed to get the isolation time, and the drag on Maiev as well. And okay, Bunker's out. Oh, the ring actually missing because of Burrow, but Leeming is down. Chucky's dropping very low on that Muradin, but Dahaka's down as well. So this is looking really rough for Derrota Gaming. They've got 3 members down. Muradin's going in. The cap is just being channeled now by Aimless. That's going to be Curse. Kali drops on the Malfurion as well. So, ooh, nice comeback there from Brown Horse Gang as they pick up Curse, and also they're looking to take the boss as well.
Yes, an interesting call to take boss. Majority of people would not take the boss at this opportunity, but because it's on the side of Derrota Gaming, it is a decent call, and it is quite late game in the sense that we're already past level 10, we're at level 13, so they do manage to get this boss even before the 30-second mark of Curse. So it's a great call by them, and I'm looking to see them try to push this keep here.
Yeah.
And if they get a keep at first Curse, that is just a great outcome. In fact, Maiev is looking to better the Mal'Ganis. She still manages to get it on him and pull him back, but unfortunately there was no CC to follow up to keep him in his place.
Yeah, Jaina was just clearing the wave to kind of bring the boss forward. I mean, even before the curse, if you look at the map, both the forts were down in the top and more or less the top and bottom lane from an earlier boss take, and also, but hold on a second, we might have an engage here as Mal'Ganis going in, sleeping pretty much the whole entire Brown Horse Gang team, but there was no follow-up. Boss is still very, very healthy though, and Carrion Swarm popped by Mal'Ganis now, trying to go into that back line. Bunker is popped. Now, this is an early bunker. Purification Salvo still has not been used. Wolfie taking a huge chunk of damage on that.
Amos was in so much trouble. The boss, it looked like he got rooted and it was about to be bursted down, and it looked like a magnificent moment for Ming to get her
one
reset.
hit, and
but she didn't manage to get it. However, it's a great trade for Brown Horse Gang because they get the keep, which is so vital because now they have core pressure consistently throughout the rest of the game.
yeah, I mean, just kind of going back to before that fight kind of broke out. Top lane boss taking that fort down early on, and then the siege giants at the bottom lane taking the bottom one out early on as well. Kind of allowed Brown Horse Gang that opening to just make a boss play with Curse, ignore the lanes that you normally, as you mentioned, Aaron. During the curse, you kind of want to soak all the lanes, the experience that counts. But if you can make a keep play like what Brown Horse Gang did, then it's worth it. As
Brown Horse Gang did try to engage there by putting out a cage and getting a one-man Phoenix in it, but Phoenix just teleported out of it. However, they're not done yet. They're charging in on the Phoenix with Merge and Plus, fired by Blaze. A ring is popping up, doesn't hit the Phoenix, but he still gets blown up. The Malfurion is falling really, really low. Maiev is chasing and wants that kill with the Muradin. The silence does hit the Muradin, and he looks like he's in a bit of trouble. He might just get bursted down and he falls.
Oh, okay. So Jaina does get an extra kill onto the Malfurion, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. So, I mean, kind of fighting down a talent here. I'd say Derrota Gaming probably would be happy with that. It's a shame that they did lose the Malfurion right at the end there. Really nice snipe from Wolfie there just to secure that extra kill. So Brown's Gang with one extra member on the field at the moment, at least for another, 1 second. They look to kind of push their advantage in with the middle camp, providing them a little bit of shield of spell damage cover, and they get the middle fort just with a push.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Right. Chris in the bottom managing to get one, kind of deny that tribute to Derrota Gaming. Aimless looking, they're going back to the top lane to kind of try and get this to Haka again.
Not this again. Haka is thinking he pops the silence on the Maiev and hopes to stop himself from dying, gets the tongue on Jaina, but I think his fate is secured and he dies. I apologize for being a little bit silent. I'm trying to figure out how to stop following Ming in perspective right now because I'm having a blonde moment.
Press E. Does that work?
I think so. Let's hope. I hope. Okay, yeah, I think it worked. Now, Brown Horse Gang are taking their boss. They are controlling the macro very well here because this boss is going to go on keep, and if they have a team fight here against Derrota Gaming and they get a few kills, this could be game.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting call. Which one do you go for? Potentially.
I'd go defend. I'd go defend, honestly. And I think that's what they're doing. They're deciding to give this up and contest it later. However, here's the problem with contesting it later. You are given the opportunity to Brown Horse Gang to get level 20 before you in the next tribute. And whoever gets cursed next one is, chances are that's GG. So maybe I would have been interested in seeing Derrota Gaming contest that, to be honest, before level 20. Now we are seeing an engage here by Brown Horse Gang with the boss. I wonder if they're going to posture and stay around here, as the boss is going down low. Questionable motives. Tahaka might be ready to use his burrow. It would have been an interesting engage on the side of Derrota Gaming, in my opinion, if they had taken. I probably would have taken it, but it is quite risky. Instead, I think they're just going to be waiting around for the next tribute to spawn.
Posturing for boss. Bottom boss is up there. Morgana's getting caught there. Roots down though. Nice. Well, I think I was going to say it was going to be a nice escape there with the sleep, but it looks like the tether interrupted that. Carry on Swarm not being able to be cast leaves a dead Morganis for 48 seconds as Brown Horse Gang, compile the pressure and, get this bottom boss taken away from Derrota Gaming. And also, they have to deal with this boss, and they'll also have to deal with Curse Point as well. You can only pick one.
There is going to be an engage on the side of Brown Horse Gang, and Phoenix just gets deleted. It was a complete perfect blow-up plan. I think the ring hit him, absolutely everything hit him. Malfurion's silence got interrupted and doesn't come off. This looks like game.
This looks like game. Boss is on the way, and even before then, Brown Horse Gang are already on the core of Derrota Gaming. Islajan on the Li Ming's trying her best to do whatever she can to disrupt things, but the shields are down. Boss is pretty much at about 90% HP, 48%. Well, I can't even call it. It's going down so fast. This is going to be a GG. First map over to Brown Horse Gang in pretty really kind of convincing fashion with that last team fight there. That was the synergy and coordination that they had in season 7, bringing it into season 8, getting those crazy combination blow-ups, and like you said, there was just nowhere to go for Phoenix. Once he got caught, he was going down, and with that, Brown Horse Gang pick up the map.
Yes, I did mention that Muradin is one tank that isn't drafted very often in HGC very often, simply because his form of CC, the stun, at the moment, because of all the supports. For example, Anna has the cleanse at level 13, Durant has a cleanse at level 1, Whitemane has a cleanse. The top supports at the moment do all have cleanses, and the problem with Malfurion is he does have a cleanse, but it's not at the same level as these other heroes. So unfortunately, they weren't able to stop the chain CC that they had. They had a Muradin stun, a Turan stun, followed by a Blaze stun, or maybe not in that particular order, but those 3 CC chains, when they got the coordination off perfectly, it just blew up whoever their target was. So well played by Brown Horse Gang. They followed through very well. Now, I'm after asking the two teams, Safin, what they wanted first pick or a map pick, and they decided to go first pick. So Brown Horse Gang are taking us to Volskaya Foundry.
Oh, that is really fun. So Volskaya Foundry for Brown Horse Gang. Well, it's probably going to be a pretty explosive one, given the way the first map went, shall we say. Now, I don't get many of these, so I do have to kind of just shout it out there. Benjamino16, thank you very much for the Prime sub there. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, what was that? Okay. Right, so we are just in the lobby. Thank you, Erin, for sorting this out so quickly.
Yeah, I'm independent. Watch me fail completely on my own. Right, I'm just going to swap these teams around, as Brown Horse Gang have the profile pictures of a wooden brown horse.
Yeah. What else would they have?
I know. I mean, like,
the portrait.
seriously?
Portrait and mount synergy. Very, very important.
Yes.
Lobby mode.
Yes, lobby mode. Yes. Draft, no match history, and team 1 gets first pick now. All right. Captains are correct. I'll ask the teams if they're ready.
Yep, let's do this. So, oh, I got another sub. Thank you very much there, Hot Spark. Just before we kind of go into the game, going to be calling out these subs. Right,
You
into the
feel
draft we go.
popular.
Second. I know. I mean, really kind.
I think it's got to do with me.
Oh, definitely, Erin.
I demand 50% on your income.
Yeah, when it actually pays out, just for people who don't know, you only get a payout when you reach a certain amount. So it's kind of like locked in with Amazon forever and ever and ever, which is fine.
Feels bad, man.
It's like a piggyback that you can never open. Anyway, right, into our second map here, Volskaya Foundry. Ooh. If it went any way that Curse Hollow went, then this is going to be explosive. There's a lot less macro, and that's something that Brown Horse Gang has. More team fight. Again, Brown Horse Gang, very on point. They really know how to brawl. This, I think. Actually,
absolute spice being banned here on the side of Derrota Gaming, because I'll tell you what, every single game they have played, they have always banned Diablo and Genji first ban. Now there's 4 games in the series, there were 2 insta-locks. So I'm wondering right now, right? If they ban Genji or Diablo, it's the other hero that they're trying to first pick. Now I've been pretty good at my predictions and I'm hoping it stays this way.
No, it makes sense. In the current state of the game, there are and again, going back to kind of what Brown Horse Gang play, there are a lot of heroes that they can bring out. They actually banned the Maya as well. So
yeah, leaving Genji open, and it looks like, I'm wondering if they're going to pick this up on the side of Derrota Gaming. Now I did look through their Hotbox profiles, and there is a Genji player on that team, so it's not something that would be surprising if they don't pick it up. Again, if they don't pick Genji up, that leaves 2 picks for the side of Brown Horse Gang, so I don't think they can allow it. However, they have allowed it and first pick Blaze instead.
Ooh. Blaze potentially has a lot of value in team fights. His oil slick has been buffed. The slow is just absolutely incredible. So you have some form of, sort of peel disengage kind of thing. Okay.
How is Genji still not being picked up? What is this? What is this? Now, White Mane is being picked up with Tyrael. Tyrael can be picked up as a main tank or an off lane. Not sure what they're, going to do with him. Volskaya Foundry is a solo lane where the solo lane isn't important in the sense that it's not Brax's holdout or Dragonshire, where controlling the point is very important. So the Tyrael could easily be in the solo lane where he's just there to be a body to soak that lane.
It's really interesting. The first map we saw the Tyrael ban on the side of Derrota Gaming, and it's picked up immediately after the Blaze on the side of Brown Horse Gang. So there's something that they know, and as far as I recall, Tyrael is not something that Brown Horse Gang plays like really, really often. It's something that is in their repertoire, but
a Nubarak ban. Anytime you see a Nubarak ban in Team League, it's Cho'Gall. I wonder if this is some spice coming on the side of Brown Horse Gang.
I believe they've only played it once, and they weren't successful. And they actually, I want to say they played it against Murlocs, for the Murlocs, and it wasn't successful. But that was on Infernal Shrine. So, I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Whenever you see that Nubarak ban, you kind of like, is this gonna be something weird?
Is it Cho'Gall? Is it Cho'Gall? Now, I do not condone picking Cho'Gall in Team League, guys. Cho'Gall is not a fun hero to play against. Don't pick Cho'Gall in Team League.
Oh, you need to tell it to Gugin.
Oh, I tell it to Gugin all the time.
I bet he doesn't listen.
I don't say it nicely either, to be honest.
Oh, then even more he won't listen to you. Genji!
Genji is finally being picked up on the side of Brown Horse Gang and Yrel. Oh, so it's a Tyrael lane tank. Absolutely love it. I love it.
And if there was anyone who could pull this off, I would kind of put my money on Brown Horse Gang. Tyrael is something that we don't see very often because it's quite difficult. I find it quite difficult to actually get that synergy within the coordination within the team to actually stack up on Sank, because nowadays stacking up is so dangerous. You can get just blown up by Jaina, right, blown up by all kinds of things. It's really risky, and also there is that kind of 0.5 second casting time as well. If it gets interrupted, it can be disaster. So it's a risky play, I feel. But you know,
I completely agree with you. Yeah,
if they,
it's very difficult.
yeah, if they can pull it off, that'll be it. It looks great. So let's see.
Yes.
Johanna and Reino coming out as the last two picks on the side of Derrota Gaming. So very kind of sustain ish kind of build, comp from Derrota Gaming. On the other hand, a pretty scary Phoenix Genji with Tyrael Yrel. So, spicy.
Yes, this is a very interesting draft. I do like Tyrael main tank. It's just such a lovely thing to see. I think the only reason why I, mention Tyrael so much is I'm pretty sure he's like my highest win rate tank, and I play him very, very rarely in only very specific comps. And only with people who believe in me, which isn't very much, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. And, but he's such a fun tank to play because you don't feel like a tank. You just feel, especially if you don't take that talent, the Holy Ground, and instead take that teleport talent, you feel like a tanky Zeratul. You just go in, you do a little bit of damage, you teleport back out, everything's Gucci. He's a very fun tank to play, but unfortunately it's very difficult to get much value out of him in not synchronized fights. However, we'll see how it turns out in this game as we start game 2 with Derrota Gaming versus Brown Horse Gang.
Yeah, Derrota Gaming currently 1 down in the series, looking to even things up against the Brown Horse Gang, the powerhouse of Season 7 Division 3. So, we are on board with Derrota Gaming again. We've got your board, this time playing Johanna, Seraphim on Blaze, Kali on Tyrande, Kondislav on Hanzo, and Izijan on Raynor.
And on the side of Brown Horse Gang, we have Aimless on Genji, Chucky on Tyrael, Chris on Yrel, In Cosper on Whitemane, and Wolfie on our Phoenix.
Neat. Okay, so I was wrong. I thought they had Mount Synergy. They don't, because I'm pretty sure I saw Aimless on some absolutely awful looking.
No. Let me see the mounts. Chucky's on a different coloured horse.
At least it's a horse. Pretty sure
That's
what
true.
Aimless had.
Where's
wasn't a
Phoenix's mount?
It doesn't have one. He just hovers. It would be weird if he looked, if he did have a mount. It's like Cho'Gall carrying a horse.
Maybe he pulls the horse behind him like a carriage.
Possible. Anyway,
we're getting distracted again.
Yeah, level 1 talents. It's going to be Scatter Arrows, simple geometry build coming out from Hanzo. Interesting pickup, Reinforce on Johanna.
What is this?
I can't actually say I've ever seen that picked before, because it's usually either Laws of Hope or sometimes the other talent, which I don't. The one that increases your iron skin, decreases the cooldown and increases the amount of shields you have.
I'm wondering if this is trying to get value out of Phoenix late game, where Phoenix will go Titan Killer at level 13 or 16. I'm pretty sure Phoenix has a Titan Killer level 13 or 16. Maybe this is a form of dealing with that.
But wouldn't that, Genji auto attack, that would negate it pretty much in one hit.
Yeah, but maybe the plan is that Genji won't be focusing Johanna anyway.
True.
Genji is looking for this camp now as Hanzo started. Aimless is going so deep to get this Hanzo kill, but Tyrande is healing him up. He looks like he's in a bit of trouble, and this shield was just not enough, unfortunately. Yrel is in the middle of that fight, and I wonder if she's going to be able to get away, and I don't think she is. I lied. She jumped out. She's running away. She has movement speed. There's a shield and movement speed for her. She gets away.
Oh, it's Whitemane healing at the background. Nothing that Whitemane can't do. You can just burn all your mana and heal somebody up and keep them alive. And it's also Yrel.
Yes, Whitemane balanced hero, by the way.
Anyway. I mean, actually, having said that, going back to this is a while ago since we've seen this combination of a Blaze and a Tyrael.
Oh my god, is this part 2 again? Genji goes in for part 2. Blaze missed this time, but he gets away. That is so cheeky. Absolute cheek coming from the side of Aimless. It's like he didn't learn his lesson. He's like, I'm still sticking my hand in that cookie jar.
Yeah, almost getting picked off again. Just doesn't know. He basically just, you know, plays the percentages, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But well, 50-50 currently.
Yeah. So he has a 50 chance survival at the moment. That's his stats. Let's see if he improves it. Now we see Derrota Gaming getting the first percentages on the first. I keep mixing this up. What is this? This is a shrine. This is
a control point. Let's
control
call it
point.
control point.
Control point. However, Derrota Gaming look like they're being forced off it, as Johanna's the only one standing on the point, while there are 3 members of Brown Horse Gang already poking down the Johanna. As you were saying, the auto attacks are shredding Johanna on the side of Genji.
Oh, Wolfie taking quite a lot of damage in that, but they do flip it, so it's currently control point going over to Brown Horse Gang. They have a very, very small lead in experience, and they're going to try and kind of get that 7 advantage. Aimless in the bottom lane whilst the rest get it. Oh, that's a very nice jet propulsion onto the back line of the Brown Horse Gang.
Whitemane looked like she was in so much trouble, but because she's Whitemane, she healed herself to max health already. The turret is dropped on the side of Brown Horse Gang, but no kills on either side. Blaze does go back in onto Wolfie, but doesn't even shred his shield as he pokes down Blaze.
Yeah, so I mean, the key thing in that is that position of Brown Horse Gang turret. It's pretty much not going to be able to affect any engage, really. Maybe an escape, and Derrota Gaming still have theirs, but because they had already tapped and took a huge amount of damage in that second fight, the first protector goes over to the Brown Horse Gang.
Yes, unfortunately, Derrota Gaming was not able to contest it because they just couldn't get level 7 fast enough and decided to give it up, which is a great call. You don't want to go in with the, not the same talent here, so it was probably the best call. Brown Horse Gang is going into top lane as traditionally seen. They're clearing up the camp, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking forward to trying to get the fountain in the top lane.
Oh, that was
that
such
looked like it was at max range about to hit the Tron.
Yeah. It's so it's kind of creepy as well, kind of when you
yeah, I mean, hands flying down on you. You'd run completely the other direction as well if I were you.
Yeah. Anyway, Brown Horse Gang just finishing up what the Protector did, taking up the middle fort towers. They're trying to snipe down the well, and they should be able to get it.
Hanzo just jumps over the tower and takes a laser from the Protector and went so low in health, but does get healed up by the loyal Toronto. The healing camp is looked up to being picked up by the Brown Horse Gang. This is a very, very cheeky call because it looks like Johanna and Blaze do know about this. They're going to go into contestants. This might be a great fight. Mysterio is really, really, really low.
Yeah, and there's oil on the ground. That's going to be really difficult and sticky to get through, but it looks actually like the blue health bars are falling. Konnislav in the back, very, very low. Genji's the first to fall. Chucky on his Tyrael is next. If they were low enough, he could actually have blown up quite a few members of Derrota Gaming up, but as it stands, it's a 2-for-1, and the item actually going over to Derrota Gaming, so they'll be really happy with that. And they did use the turret in that fight, I believe, so it's just the healing camp, healing item that's taken up. But this evens things up, though, because the experienced lead was in favour of Brown Horse Gang, but it looks like at the moment they're both going to hit level 10s pretty much at the same time.
Yes, you're right. Now they have cut up an XP and they're going to hit level 10. They're both picking up the turrets. I'm wondering if they're going to replicate Genji and try and contest the turret on that side. But they've decided not to be that cheeky and instead just posture around and poke a little bit. I'm lying. Blaze did try to go in for an engage there. And Tyrael might be caught out here. I wonder if Johanna's going to use her ultimate. Blaze stuns the Tyrael again. Genji uses his Dragon Blade, but he CC'd. Whitemane's ultimate hits and cleanses her team. Yeah,
and Sank is finally dropped. Dragon Blade's over now, but the chase is still on. Healing Camp is dropped. That's a really amazing. Hanzo are catching 4 members of Brown Horse Gang, but they somehow survive. Wolfie dropping very low, teleports out. Chris is in trouble though. That was it's used as Argent defender. Doesn't have anything defensive to use left. Aimless trying to walk away is going to get finished by no, actually
An owl. An owl, unfortunately. That looked like such a little bit of back and forth for the first couple of seconds of the fight, because it looked like you know, Derrota Gaming went in and it had the advantage there for a second, but then it looked like Brown Horse Gang completely turned it around, and then it went in the other direction again. It seems to be reminding me of our cast last night that kept going back and forth until the final decision was made.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of patience on the side of Derrota Gaming, kind of waiting for the sank to drop, and it dropped kind of, you know, in a position where Derrota Gaming was already kind of disengaging, and I thought that was going to be the end. But then the follow up and the commitment into the chase led to the Hanzo arrow setup, which was, you know, just, I mean, when you get hit by that, that is just painful. And Brown Horse Gang paid with 4 members of their, is it 4 or 3 or 4 members of their team?
Hanzo disconnected?
He's rejoined.
Reconnected?
Probably
question mark. Okay, if no one paused, I'm not going to ask questions. We're seeing the first couple of percentages being contested by both teams as Tyrion and Johanna are posturing about the point, but it looks like Johanna's a little bit alone. She decides to get off the point. I wonder, they're similar level talent. I don't think they're going to be waiting for a level 13 here. It looks like they'll be just looking for a fight. Blaze does miss his stun, but Genji's going in on his brother and tries to burst him down with the Dragon Blade. Johanna's ultimate hits. Genji gets hit by the Tron stun and gets blown up. Unfortunately, White Mane's ultimate did not hit in time. Phoenix's ultimate is hitting the members of Derrota Gaming, but it's not enough to hit them. Hanzo's arrow hits Tyrael and Yrel and White Mane. The Sanct did not hit in time and was not able to save the heroes on the side of Brown Horse Gang. Wow, what a fantastic fight there for Derrota Gaming. They did really well.
Yeah, they did really, really well indeed. I mean, that was, you know, Genji going in with the Dragon Blade. That is pretty scary stuff, but no panic there. You know, I thought that was maybe a stacking of CCs. You know, there was a really nice... It was actually probably Johanna's Blessed Shield that got the stun onto Genji and securing the kill whilst in Dragon Blade. And then, you know, with the Hanzo arrows still in their, you know, in the bag, they used it just as Brown Horse Gang were trying to disengage, picking up some extra kills there. Everyone is back, but they don't have the 13. They're desperately trying to get it. They've picked up an item. 74% on the control point in favor of Derrota Gaming now. If Brown Horse Gang was going to do something about it, they kind of need to go in right now, but it doesn't look like they're going to... oh, actually they might. Chucky's just going to hold the overtime, but without the 13, I think they're going to just give this one up.
It looked like he was just trying to buy time to perhaps get his team to level 13 in time to contest it, but they were not able to get it in time. And Yrel, I see Yrel and Blaze double soaking. Genji looked like in a bit of trouble, but because he's Genji, he gets away. And they are trying to chunk down the Protector using Phoenix and Genji. Phoenix does do a lot of damage, but we see Genji going in on his brother again. But the root... Wow.
Ouch. Hanzo is winning the brother fight at the moment in this match.
Yeah, that's one brother kicking the other brother's ass. But I think more importantly, it's Hanzo has great friends on his side who managed to root that Genji and burst him down. Well played by Derrota Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, it's a searching hand, isn't it? Creepy searching hand finds Genji. That you don't really see that very often, but when it happens, Genji can be in trouble if you can lock him down. Right, but, I mean, the key thing here is that they didn't actually do much with this Protector. They're probably going to get the 4... Oh, I say that, and that's a really nice 3-man Blessed Shield. That's a White Mane using her Scarlet Aegis, keeping herself alive. That's a really nice Sanct, though, just to kind of secure some extra, defensive measures, keeping Brown Horse Gang alive for the moment. Second pickup there for Brown Horse Gang, so... They're not out of it. Oh, that's a really nice...
Tyrael locks the door with the holy ground, but the Bunker's there to save him for a couple of seconds. I'm pretty sure he's going to get out safely. That was a really, really well-placed holy ground on the side of Tyrael. But Bunker was still up, and he had the opportunity to use it to keep himself alive.
Yeah. Right, so... Oh, let's just not finish with this. He just keeps going. Right, so... yeah, that was a... I mean, again... there is a lot of... kind of defensive tools that Brown Horse Gang have. I mean, you saw that White Mane surviving for a ridiculous amount of time, dropping to about 100 hit points, kind of getting the commitment.
Yes. We see a stun by Blaze here on the side of Tyrael. He has low HP, but he does get away with his increased movement speed.
Johanna is looking for him, but can't get there quick enough to get Blessed Shield if they so wished. But 16's here.
16 is being picked up on the side of Derrota Gaming, and they're picking up the healing camp, because they know that Brown Horse Gang are nowhere near it, and they pick it up pretty safely and confidently.
Was there a healing camp? Didn't see it. Just disappeared.
Well, it's not there anymore now.
Yeah. Well, Hanzo and his
Oh yes, because Hanzo taking camps is very easy, and
it's like a ninja. You don't see him.
Completely okay. We are seeing the camp being picked up inside of Brown Horse Gang, and they have the opportunity to clear the camp that was set out.
Oh, Aimless is in trouble again.
Oh, he is! Blessed Shield comes out, the Tron doesn't hit, but the Hanzo arrow does. But it looks like it gets away because the Holy Ground just shuts the door in Derrota Gaming's face. Absolutely well played there by Chucky. Well played.
Yeah. Chucky is having to cover a lot at the moment, doing an amazing job as Aimless just does what he does. Oh goodness gracious, that is one really nice aggressive sank. That's a nice stun there from actually that was hang on a second. There's so many stuns going down, I can't even keep track of what exactly was going on. I think that was a Blaze one. But again,
Aimless walks away with 150 HP from the scatter arrow from Hanzo. These brothers just don't seem to like each other.
No.
They're in each other's face the whole time, which is probably, you know, Genji's and Hanzo's job, of course. That was an interesting exchange, and Tyrael just played so well there. I just have to compliment the Tyrael plays there. The Holy Grounds have been so on point by Chucky. I just find Tyrael quite a difficult hero to play, and he's doing it so well and so effortlessly.
Yeah.
Again, I'm probably giving him too much praise at the moment, but I apologize for that.
Yeah, one tank to another. I can understand.
Wolfie looked like he was in trouble when Blaze was about to hit the stun, but Phoenix does teleport out safety.
Yeah. Now, this is what Control Point C on Volskaya Foundry is known for, a lot of shenanigans, because people get stuck on these horrible little things.
I know. They're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Right.
Tyrael buying a little time to get a few percentages up. I'm wondering, the turrets are up for both teams. Are they going to be picking up or looking for an engage here? As Genji's poking down the Blaze, the root hits the Blaze. Johanna is looking for an engage here, blinds the Phoenix. Tyrael's Holy Ground splits the team. The healing and the Sanct are taken up. Genji is pops Dragon Blade, but the stuns are hitting both sides of the teams. I am not sure what's going on here.
That's a really nice salvo as well, but Genji is first to fall. All members on the side of Derrota Gaming are pretty much down to, less than half hit points. They do get the tap. Genji did fall, but there was Blaze and Reynor taken out as Wolfie's not finished it. He's trying to go on to secure that kill onto Hanzo, which he does, and blinks away. So that's great fight there. 1 kill to 3 in favor of the Brown Horse Gang, as they are going to pick up this protector. They're actually, I was going to say they're going to pick up some turret camps. Looks like they are with Phoenix and Tyrael. Wow, what a fight there. What a fight.
Yes, that was very, very well played by both teams. These fights are so well responded, because immediately as a target is picked on the side of one team, the team responds to save that member every single time. So it looks like so much back and forth until all the ultimates are popped. And Phoenix got so much value in the salvo, and the Tyrael Sanct was on point because it negated so much damage. The one thing you don't want to do is cross over White Mane's ultimate with Tyrael's ultimate, because I don't say they do the same thing, they do a similar kind of thing, and you don't want them to be both on top of each other and just not get the max value out of them.
Yeah. Aimless, continuing to do Aimless. Goodness
I'm
gracious.
feeling very uncomfortable watching him play Phoenix. The stun hits the backline on the White Mane and the Phoenix, but there is not enough sufficient follow-up. And for some reason, White Mane had something like 1/3 HP, and she's back to full HP again, because she's a very balanced hero.
Someone sounds like she's a bit sour against White Mane. But anyway, let's see. So Protector down to about 25% hit points. They're going for the keep. They should be able to get it as Purification Salvo is popped out. Hanzo dropping to about 240 hit points. Has to kind of back off slightly, and that should signal a retreat. Brown Horse Gang walking away with that middle keep. And they'll be happy with that. Although... I kind of wonder. I mean, it's something that they okay, so they have the 20, so they're going to invade camps and things, which is kind of what you expect a team to do. Just push that last advantage that you've got before 20, pick up the camps, pick up the items on the map, and prepare for the next protector. But Derrota Gaming are not far behind. They're only about half a level behind, so they definitely would be able to pick things up. And the next protector is going to be in the middle lane as well. So they are going to be there to be able to defend the catapults. So the pressure isn't really on, for the next phase as such, unless some catapults decide to get into a fight or something.
I think to explain myself why I do not like White Mane is a very simple thing. Because when White Mane came out and I played Diablo, I'm so used to killing stuff by myself. But for some reason, when I charge in and do my perfect combo and hit everything, the hero's still at full HP because of White Mane. I'm not salty at all.
Yeah,
we are looking to see an engage here on the side of Brown Horse Gaming, but Genji is cycling away. But he goes in and gets good bit of damage on the Reynar and the Tyrant.
And onto Hanzo as well, stunned. Can he get into the bunker? No, he's blocked by Chuck. Oh, that was Chris on the Urel. Sanct is down as well, negating a lot of damage. There goes another really nice salvo. A lot of damage out on the side of Brown Horse Gang. Aimless going in, trying to secure the kill on the Tyrant. Takes some tower shots and does actually fall. So it's a 2-for-1 trade. But, with the rest of Brown Horse Gang still up, well, 4 members up, they can do a lot more.
Yeah, in that fight I noticed something that unfortunately didn't go into the favor of Derrota Gaming, because Johanna missed her Blessed Shield at a very critical moment. I could be wrong, but it was the moment where Tyrael was trying to pop Sanct. Maybe a little bit later, maybe I mistimed it, but it looked like Tyrael got his Sanct off, and perhaps Johanna might have been able to stop that. However, this isn't GG by any means.
No.
Two heroes down on the side of Derrota Gaming, but the heroes are already back up. They are looking to defend their top lane, and I'm pretty sure they're going to rotate to defend bot keep as well.
Yeah, Brown Horse Gang see knocking on the door here in this bottom keep. They're going to be able to take a few of these structures, and they do need to be careful, because the next control point is going to unlock in about 15 seconds. If they lose a member here, that could be disaster, because the death timers are getting ridiculously long now. And like you said, Derrota Gaming are not out of this because of where the lane, the lane that they have the catapult pressure in is actually the same lane as the control point. So they are going to be around to clear the catapults. And if they do get the protector, they can just end, via top keep, if they so wish to. So, yeah. It's getting tense now. First kind of control point is claimed by the Brown Horse Gang, just waiting for one team to just go in, and it's not going to be the Brown Horse Gang currently, because they have the advantage. They have the point. They just have to stay on it, just poke around, get them low. They don't have a well to go back to Derrota Gaming, so and there's a healing item on the side of Brown Horse. So they can afford to play this slow, basically.
Yes, they can, and there's just a bit of posturing back and forth, testing the waters out between the two teams before any engage is taken on either side. Tyrael is on the other side of the team, and he is being CC'd down. Sanct does come off, perfectly timed Sanct. The bunker is popped down to save the Johanna, and so much damage is done by Genji's ultimate, but he is so low, and yet he goes back in and gets away with so little. Johanna's level 20 keeps her alive. However, Aimless is in trouble once more.
Salvo though, that's a massive salvo, taking out 3 members of Derrota Gaming, and for what looked really, really good. Unfortunately, well, once bunker was over, that was kind of the signal. I kind of noticed that in the previous fight as well, that, you know, Brown Horse Gang realizing their win conditions, holding out for the bunker. The bunker was dropped in response to the sanct, which is good, but then after that, once bunker goes down and you don't have it available for a massive purification salvo, that's going to be absolutely painful to take. So great fight there, and this is pretty much game.
And the brother faces off the other brother in the last couple of seconds. I'm pretty sure this is GG. I have to applaud the Tyrael again in that fight. Did you see the trait value he got out of that in the end?
Yeah.
So he sacrificed himself and got so much done. So well done to the plays there. And I just don't understand how Aimless was alive. He was 200 HP for so long, and he went back, he got about 400 HP, went back in, came out with 50 HP. It was insane, the back and forth that was going on, and I'm very surprised he survived and lived. But well played by both teams. It was 2 very close matches in my opinion.
Yeah, that was, I mean, absolutely crazy back and forth, and really, it's. I mean, this second map in particular, being able to see them pretty much match each other in a lot of ways, and especially the team fighting, very, very exciting stuff coming up from both teams. Right, let's see if we can. I'm pretty sure we will get one of the members of Brown Horse Gang to come and speak to us, and I'm pretty sure we will.
Yes.
Let's see.
Wolfie will join us instead of Aimless into the interview room.
Yeah, we're never gonna speak to Aimless.
Are we not?
No, it's. Let's see.
Will we pop ourselves into the interview room?
Yes, we can. So I'm just kind of setting things up on the other side. There we go.
So guys, I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Hello.
You ready?
Hello.
Hello, Wolfie.
Congratulations on your 2 wins.
Thank you. Wait, too.
Wow. Right. Let's start by tell us, kind of, I guess, from where we left off the last season, speaking to you kind of in the finals at the cup. You know, really, really great time there. How have you guys been since then? You know.
Pretty good. We just kept on practicing. We did lose Jules on the way because I won the main spot as well. And since we had 2 support players, I got the upper hand. And we picked up 2 really nice players, and Swicko does some replay analysis with us as well. So I think that helped us a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking good so far. I mean, okay, so that's what you've been. I mean, I do know what you guys were getting up to in the off season. Basically continuing from where you guys left off, keeping things going. So this was your first match. Obviously, your first round. That match didn't happen because of, let's say, scheduling issues on the other team. For what I am aware of. So how did you approach this one?
We didn't really, because they're a new team, so there was not really a lot to scout.
Mm-hmm.
So we just did our practice and played our game.
Yeah, and
there's not a lot of special preparation for it. I'm sorry, but we didn't know anything to prepare for.
All right, no problem. I mean, I guess you guys just basically played your game and kind of went with it.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Okay, right. So tell us about kind of the let's go to the first match. Before we go there, actually, Erin, is there anything else that you do want to?
Trying to figure out how your voting system works. Do I put the 6 in the brackets or not?
No, you don't. No. Okay, so just
is there
exclamation.
space?
There is a space.
That's just not funny for me, but you know.
I
didn't die in both games, you know, but
Yes, but I have to compliment the support in the first game for you not dying in the first game a little bit. There were moments that I did feel like your life was very much at risk, but well played by your support player. The second game, your salvos were fantastic. They really were. I do have to congratulate you on that. But the Tyrael plays were just. I just have to compliment. There were I don't think people appreciate the casting of Sanct and timing it, because the amount of stuns the enemy team has and the amount that they hit on Tyrael, and he managed to perfectly time it so that his channel was never interrupted and put on a long cooldown.
It got interrupted once.
Well, did it in the important fights when the Sanct went off? I thought he just did really well, and I was just watching so many stuns. I was like, how did he manage to get it off? I just saw 3 stuns hit him in a row, and just really well played. He held it
they're
off
definitely on point.
really well. Yes, but I mean, most of your team, that's not all of your team played very well. We did have a lot of fun watching Aimless play Genji in the second game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The way Aimless played Genji reminded me of the time that he played ETC when Chucky wasn't playing.
Oh yeah,
it was entertaining, shall we say?
He wanted to switch at first, but I was like, no, I think you're the better Genji at the moment because I haven't really been playing Genji as much.
Mm-hmm.
But not so sure anymore.
Oh, come on! You have to give him.
The thing is, like, he did die a lot, but he created a lot of freedom for me. So I managed to pop off out of that.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's always like it's the same way how I play Mayef. I die a lot of Mayef, but we win fights. That's kind of how it works, you know. One of us is always the sacrifice, and the other one pops off. it's legit how every team fight goes for us most of the time.
Yes, that's usually what I do as a tank. I go in and I die. Hope the enemy team just uses all 5 ultimates on me and let my team carry me for the rest of the team fight. That's usually the plan that I have as well.
But I guess I mean that's again, carrying on from last season. It's very reminiscent of how you guys played in season 7 as well. Like what you said, knowing, getting those value trades, because yes, although like you said, Genji did fall in a few of those fights, there were a lot of like 3-for-1 trades, 2-for-1 trades, picking up items or them using items. So, even though, he died, he did a lot of damage. Like his swift strikes going in there was hitting it was hitting multiple members. It wasn't just one particular target that he was going for. But I did we do remember that very memorable grab from the Protector, stopping him from getting that Hanzo kill though. So yeah, but it was great. The aggression that he does bring is it is amazing. But I just want to kind of say, yeah, Aaron is usually she's a tank player, so it's understandable that she kind of goes for the tank.
We've played against her, we know.
Yes.
So anyway,
let's not talk about that anymore.
So anyway, I mean, Cursed Hollow, I don't think there's really too much to talk about. I think you guys played that fairly cleanly. The only let's say kind of moment where it was a bit heart and mouth was top boss, where they invaded, but you guys still managed to cap it. So that was the only thing. I think everything else was fairly okay. It was under control, that map. But the second map though, that wasn't. That was obviously much closer. I'm still looking at the stat screen. 12 kills to 13 in favor of yourselves. 23 minutes. Came pretty much down to the last Protector. Yeah, I mean, talk us through that one.
Right. Let's see what I can remember. I think we got the first objective, and there were some kind of mixed calls at the start, because obviously you want to take the mid wall and then go top for the well. But for some reason we went to gank bot lane, and then our white mid didn't know where to go anymore, so she was called bot lane first as well, so I went into the Protector instead, and then it was kind of messy at that point. And besides that, it's just like I think we mostly lost fights on certain camps every now and then, which cost us a little bit too much. But I feel besides that, we still had a lot of control. Like, yeah, sure, we lost some team fights, but whenever we lost a team fight, it didn't really cost us anything, except for the Protector once.
Mm-hmm.
But even when they got the Protector, they hardly managed to get the fort, right?
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised at that. It was a great defense, and they spent a long time at the top. I mean, part of it was the delay, Kenji, Aimless trying to get the Hanzo kill. that was on the top fort, so your top fort. So that might have just delayed things. Yeah, but you're right. I mean, both, I guess, with a Protector, I kind of thought that they may just do what you kind of normally do, go to the bottom lane, try and snipe the well. But they stayed a really long time up at the top trying to secure that fort.
If I remember correctly, they did get the kill on Genji, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's often pretty usual that but it's mostly when you get more than one kill, then you try to get the fort and they get something more.
Mm-hmm.
But they only killed Genji, who isn't the biggest threat on the Protector itself, and they just let me freely auto-attack it most of the time, also with Inko keeping me alive, obviously, because it did take quite some damage.
Yeah, and there was a very nice turn there. They went for Inko, and there was, I remember it was Aegis, Sanct, and then basically you guys running it down top and getting a couple of kills.
That was not that fight.
Was it not that fight?
I'm really bad at remembering games I just played. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's obviously adrenaline is still running. I can't be 100% sure that was. I'm pretty sure it's still around top time, but whether or not it was that same.
I do remember it was top, but I'm not really sure if it was exactly
timing.
at that moment.
All right, fair enough.
Since, I mean, Genji was dead, so I don't really think we would instantly engage.
It wasn't then. It was kind of after. He was definitely back. He was definitely back. After that.
Yes, I remember. Yeah,
then we're on the same page, because I thought you meant like right after the Protector died, and I was like.
No, they kind of still tried to kind of get your structures down. I think it was after Genji respawn, and then they came in, tried to get Inko, dropped pretty much down to about 100 hit points, but stayed alive with a really nice Aegis and Sanct, and then you guys just countered and got quite a few kills from that. So very back and forth, but very, very exciting. And obviously watching Aimless play Genji is very fun. Even level 4 as well.
Yeah, yeah, we had a fun time commentating the Genji plays in that game.
But yeah, very fun.
Yeah, he's most of the time the playmaker while I'm sitting in the back.
But we already said like supports. Yeah, don't forget your supports. Obviously, even though it's like, I don't mean just like support as in healer support, but like support damage, but support your tank. Your team.
Yeah, I mean everyone did their job. Like Aaron says, the Terrio was on point most of the time. And I mean, Inko just likes to heal me, I guess. I don't know. I stay alive.
Yeah, and Genji dies.
And Genji does.
and Chris gets all happy when I kill people, so he keeps calling me God. He gets really loud. Morphe, God.
Oh,
Morphe gets all the credits.
It's like such a cute puppy,
Oh,
he's gonna kill me for this.
Well, it's nice to hear that that's what the kind of the team is like at the moment.
Yeah, it's always nice to have Chris around because he's like a very excited person.
Okay.
Like he gets really excited.
Right.
I was calling Chris puppy, not me.
No. Okay. Well. I mean, let's see. Now, I mean, that was your first taste of Division 2. It was against a team that hadn't played in Lounge before, so it's always kind of tricky to kind of gauge the levels and such. But you guys obviously have been scrimming and stuff like that. How is there anything that you guys have kind of set for the season? Like I mean, let's say last season, because you were in Division 3, so you guys played in the Cup, and obviously winning Division 3, like being top team there, kind of puts you, I guess, in like let's say the top, like number 1 seed. I don't know what, like number 1 favorite to kind of win. But it was rough. But you guys got there in the end. So this season, you guys are in Division 2, so I presumably, because I don't know how the or the championship or cup situation is going to happen because we've got 7 divisions now. I think they're still discussing things, but if you were in with the Division 1 teams, what kind of, is there a goal in the team that kind of, you guys expect to kind of, go to playoffs, win, perhaps?
I mean, obviously our goal is to win,
Mhm.
but for me personally, and probably for everyone personally, if you have to play against top Division 1 teams, it's mostly going to be a lot of experience taking for us.
Okay.
It's stronger next season.
Well
I mean,
said,
we're
well
obviously
spoken.
gonna do our best to win, but if we can't, we have to take this learning experience.
Wolfie, the smooth talker there. That was, as Aaron said,
Well,
very well said.
worded.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
I've been sitting up all night practicing my speech today.
What? Okay.
I wanted
No.
to impress people,
Oh, are you saying you're coming in expecting to win and come into the interviews room? Is that BM I smell?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh man.
I was hoping for it.
It's always nice to hope to win.
Yeah. But it's good to see you guys kind of carrying on from again last year. I can't say that enough really. It looks like the Brown Horse Gang of season 7, but obviously with some nice new twists and things. So can't wait to see you guys do more this season, and I do wish you guys well. Right, so with that, I guess let's see. Let's do shout outs before we move on to the next bit. So Erin, is there anything else that you would like to ask Wolfie?
I think you covered pretty much everything very well there. Are there any teams that you're looking forward to coming up against in Division 2? Because after the reseeding, a few teams have been jumbled up a little bit. Some have moved up, some have moved down. Is there a team that you're actually kind of looking forward to challenging?
Let me think. I think there was 3 teams. I really want to play the Forever Alones because I managed to meet Bias and the captain, and we got along pretty well. So.
So you have to beat them now.
Some friendly rivalry, right?
Okay, fair enough.
I want to kick Joe McIntyre's ass, for reasons.
Oh,
Ain't gonna happen.
You have to get in line.
And there was another team, I think, that I wanted to play because there were people in there that I knew, but I can't really remember for sure anymore.
Fair enough. I mean, it's still, despite us having 7 divisions, it's still a pretty big division of 26 teams. So, I mean, it's going to get spicier now, as you climb the pinnacle of, of each whatever division, you start to get matched up with the teams which have the same kind of win rates as yourself as well. So the competition gets a lot stiffer as the more maps you win. So I think whoever you play, because currently I'm looking at the standings, Aimless being extremely, well, I think it's Aimless being extremely diligent and efficient, has already uploaded your game. So it's currently Gaming in the Rhythm, Flavia Felix, which I don't know if everyone knows them. I'm pretty sure they actually played in Open Division, so that's a pretty strong team. Avada Kadabliat, Senior Citizens Club, Brown Horse Gang, and Health Angels are currently the only teams which have won 2 matches. Obviously, there are some teams which have not played their second round match yet, so there may be more, but top 6 there. Pretty strong teams that I've heard of in the past, most of them. So, yeah, should be spicy. All right, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, it's just like we're gonna do our best.
Yeah.
To win everything if we can. I mean, that's what we hope for, at least.
It's good to set your ambitions high until you meet my team.
I mean, I'm not gonna go into a game and be like, "Hey guys, let's lose today." That sounds like a really good plan.
Oh.
Obviously, I'm gonna try to win them all. I can't promise we will, but I'm gonna try.
No, that's fair enough. Okay. Well, with that, I have no further questions. If you don't have anything else, Erin, let's leave it to Wolfie to give shout outs.
Shout out to you guys for casting this game. I know I was kind of pressuring you yesterday to it, so shout out to my team and shout out to Amos's shot casting. Was really on point today. And for everyone that was watching, I hope you guys enjoyed the show.
It was a very enjoyable series.
Yeah, it's always enjoyable to kind of watch the Brown Horse Gang. I do need to say this because I kind of thought about it the whole day, and yeah, it's really fun to watch the Int House Gang int all the time, on cooldown. So yeah,
These are new nicknames.
that is your yes. I mean, obviously I'm sitting in your Discord, so everyone there is an int whore. Yeah, so it's again, pleasure to watch you guys. Great series. Well, thanks to obviously yourselves and also to your opponents, Derrota Gaming, for one heck of a series. Especially that second map. It was just crazy stuff on both teams. Even in kills, but obviously you guys kind of taking a win there. So Derrota Gaming looking pretty strong too, actually, in certain in bits of that fight.
Yeah, they're definitely not to be underestimated.
Agreed.
Well, I shall let you get back to your inting team and continue the inting somewhere else. But we'll probably head off and start to kind of close off the cast. So thanks for coming to speak to us again, Wolfie.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, and have a nice evening.
You too.
Thank you. You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Well, that was fun.
That was great crack.
Yeah, they were a great bunch there. Really entertaining.
I do adore a team that appreciates banter, and I can give a bit of salt back and forth, and it's taken lightly. I definitely appreciate a team like that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to close the stream out here. I hope you guys enjoyed that match between the Brown Horse Gang and Derrota Gaming. If you had missed any bits of it, I definitely recommend kind of watching it back. I did double and triple check that I had my save thing on. I feel so bad for
Reeves.
Lumpen Sam. I've forgotten how to say the name. And mentally
I know,
10.
it was their first game, and I'm sure they would have wanted to rewatch it. You're so rude.
I am going to have to make up.
Cast them again.
Yeah, we'll have to. I will have to definitely make it up to them at some point. But well, for now, I think that we'll call it a day there on that note, and say good night to everybody, and thank you for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night. All right, we're back here just because we forgot the MVP. Obviously.
Rude.
So
Hashtag
it was Chucky who won. So to all the tank supporters out there, and obviously
Whoop, whoop.
everyone who watched the game, I'm pretty sure would agree with that call. But I mean, I think I have to say the way the team plays, everyone was an MVP. Anyway.
Still. Appreciate your tanks. Whoop whoop.
All right, good night, guys.
Again.